Have you ever picked up a book, like just because something about the author just kind of like grabs ya?
Oh,
Or
yeah.
maybe the back cover blurb is just so good you can't put it down?
Totally.
That's what we're going to be looking at today. Like, why are author bios and blurbs so important for grabbing a reader's attention?
It's all about first impressions.
Yeah, and that's actually what this source from hostingauthors.com talks about.
Yeah, they use the example of a handshake.
Ooh, I like that.
Yeah, it's like that first interaction you have with the author.
So basically, like, are you going to want to be friends with this person?
Yeah, are you going to want to hang out with them for the next 300 pages or however long the book is?
Yeah, for sure. So let's start with the author bio. What makes a good one?
So first of all, it has to be short.
Short and sweet.
Yeah, definitely. No one wants to read a novel just to find out about the author.
Right, like, I'm here for the story, not your life story.
Exactly. So keep it to like 100, 150 words, the need to know information.
Okay, so that's like your big achievements. What
Yeah.
else?
And then you also want to like let your personality shine through a bit.
Oh, so it's not just like a resume.
No. It's
Yeah.
got to be engaging, Make people want to learn more about you.
So, like, what are some good examples of that?
Let me think. Well, someone like Neil Gaiman.
Oh, yeah, I love his books.
His bio's great. It tells you about his work, but you also get a sense of his humor, his style.
Yeah, I can see that. And what about, like, Roxane Gay?
Another great example, her bio is really powerful and personal.
So they both, like, showcase their achievements, but also their personality.
Exactly. And that's
Wow.
what makes them stand out. And then don't forget the call to action.
Oh, right, like telling people where they can find you online.
Yeah, your website, social media, all that good stuff.
Okay, so the author bio is like the introduction. Now, what about the back cover blurb?
That's your hook, the one-liner that makes people want to read the whole book.
Oh, so like a movie trailer.
Exactly. You want to give them a taste of the story without giving away too much?
It's a delicate balance.
For sure, you got to start with something really compelling. Like what?
It could be the question like, what would you do if you woke up and you were invisible?
Ooh, that's good. I'd keep reading.
Or maybe a shocking statement, something that really grabs their attention.
Okay, and then what?
So after the hook, you got to give them a little synopsis like, what's the story about?
But not the whole thing.
No, just enough to make them curious, pique their interest.
So like the main conflict and the stakes?
Exactly. And then another important thing is to keep the tone consistent.
What do you mean by that?
Well, like, if your book is a comedy, the blurb should be funny too.
Oh, I get it. So it sets the right expectations.
Yeah, exactly. You don't want people to be surprised by the tone once they start reading.
It's all about that first impression.
And speaking of learning more, the source also mentioned a podcast called Pages and Platforms.
Oh, yeah. I've heard of that.
It's supposed to be really helpful for authors who want to improve their online presence.
Which is super important these days.
Oh, absolutely. You got to have a good website, social media, the whole 9 yards. And luckily, there are resources out there to help with all that, like hostingauthors.com.
Yeah, they offer all sorts of services for authors.
Cool. So to sum it all up, author bios and blurbs are basically your first impression.
And a good first impression can make all the difference.
Yeah, for sure. It can make or break a book sale.
Now think about your favorite authors. What is it about their bio or their blurb that made you want to read their books?
That's a good question. Something to think about. I guess it all comes down to making a connection.
Exactly. You want readers to feel like they know you even before they start reading your book.
And that's how you build a loyal audience.
So go out there and write some amazing bios and blurbs.
And don't forget to check out those resources we mentioned.
Happy writing, everyone.
See ya.
Bye.
Bye.